Consistency. Consistency is the name of the game, and today I'm going to show you one of the ways I create consistency in my trading, which gives me a shot at making consistent money over time, not in the short term, but over the long time. So my method involves two time frames, the 15-minute and the 1 minute, but today we're going to concentrate on how I break those two time frames down, namely by reversal candlesticks. So what are reversal candlesticks? Some people say it's with candles with small bodies and long wicks. Other people say a wick going in the opposing direction of the trade, so it's sort of a wick rejection, which is also part of my method as well. But all of that is very subjective. Today I'm going to show you how I make that objective with my particular criteria that I've found that works over the years. You can do your own research and come up with your own criteria. Maybe you're going to move it a little bit outside of mine, but in the main, this seems to work. So I'm going to share it with you today. So a reversal candlestick for me means number one, and I have ChatGPT, which shows me these candlesticks by means of an indicator that I made. It made the Ninja script, and I plugged it into a Ninja Trader editor and made my own indicator based off of these criteria. If there's enough interest, I'll share it in links or in a course or something. So number one, you need a candle which from high to low or low to high is made up of equal to or greater than 40% wicks. I've put wick there, but that's fine. So that means if the candle from 0 to 10, then you need at least 4 ticks of wick, regardless of where you find it. So in this case, we have 1 tick there from 9 to 10, and we have 6 ticks here from 6 to 0 or 0 to 6. And so that is a 70%. Anything 40% or more can be classified as a reversal candlestick, and is highlighted by this indicator. And the second and last criterion, more wick on the side of rejection. So today I've drawn only bullish reversal candlesticks, but you can just invert all of what I'm sharing today, and that's valid for bearish reversal candlesticks. So I see one up here, for example. This fits our criteria. The wick, more wick on the side of rejection. So as this is a bearish reversal candlestick, the longer part of the wick, if there were a lower shadow, you would need this side to be the greater side. So it pushes away from the upside and is pushing down, hence it's bearish. Long side would be, this would be an example here, or this. 40% wicks, the greater part of the wick on the lower parts is pushing away from the downside, and so it's a bullish reversal candlestick. Of course, this one is one as well. They don't all work, and that's why you need high time frame confirmation. So let's go through some examples using these two criteria. And I've also colored the body, because some people may make the mistake of thinking this is a bullish reversal candlestick. Why? Because we've got 1 tick here of wick and 6 ticks here, which is 7 out of 10 from 0 to 10. So that matches criterion 1. 2, more of the wick is on the bottom than the top, so that means we're pushing to the upside. If we were looking for shorts and this is at the top, although it's called the hanging man, I don't want that. I want shooting stars on the top, and I want hammers on the bottom. Even if this was red, meaning, let's get this over here, meaning that the open was 9, it went as high as 10, went as low as 0, and closed at 6, rather than the open being with green 6, going as high as 10, as low as 0, and finishing at 9, hence the green body. Regardless of the color, and this is valid also for this one here, which I haven't colored. I was going to, but for the sake of shortening the video, I won't bother. It doesn't matter what the color is, it just matters that number one, there's at least 40% or more wicks within the whole candle's formation from high to low or low to high, and 2, that more wick is on the side where you want the rejection. so the opposite direction to the proposed trade. Completely ignore the color of the candle body. So this is a good candle. This counts as a reversal candlestick. This doesn't, because we've got from, I've written 1 here, so it was supposed to be 0, so let's do it with 0. But if you had a 10 tick candlestick, and I've just done that to keep the numbers simple, then here we've got a 1 tick wick on the top, we've got 2 ticks on the bottom. So although this does have more wick on the bottom, it's not 2, 3 ticks. And no, that doesn't work. That's why I had 1, because otherwise the numbers don't work. 2 ticks here from 1 to 3. 1 tick here from 9 to 10. So it does fit rule 2, but it doesn't fit rule 1, because 1 between 9 and 10 and 2 between 1 and 3 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. The distance from the low to the high, or the high to the low, is 9, 1 to 10. 3 out of 9 is 33%, so that's not equal to or greater than 40%. And hence, that's the reason why that wouldn't highlight with my indicator. I used to do this for a long time, for years, without the indicator. I've managed to use ChatGPT to help me out there, so now that's what I'm doing with that. So all what you see here fits that criteria for the upside. That's bullish. I can switch it to bearish. In another video, we'll go through how I use these candlesticks on the higher time frame to come up with my zones for trading, and then in the future we'll talk about how I use it on the lower time frames and get into the nitty-gritty of the method, which is rewarding me quite well, and we'll talk about that as I reach certain milestones. So that's going to be it for now. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next video.